Hi everybody, it's Carla. I wanted to come on and show you something that I got last night at the thrift store, and then it's being turned into a craft that I started on this morning. I know many of you make what is known as junk journals, and I think they're very interesting, and people make them out of altered books, and they make little packets and pouches and things. Well, I'm just beginning on one, and I chose to make mine out of a used composition book that I actually picked up a package last night that included some old broken crayons in a little plastic container, and it had two old composition notebooks in it. It had a stationery pad in it and some other odds and ends. So let me show you what I got. This was the little pink acrylic box that I got, and it had old broken crayons which I wouldn't even be using, so I got rid of that. I cleaned the box out, and this box actually had a 3D image of My Little Pony on top, so I thought that was cute, and I did end up using that in my little journal that I'm going to show you in a minute. It also had an old composition notebook and an old stationery pad right here, and then it had a second composition notebook. Now this was the better one. It had more pages. The other was partially used. It also had a vinyl cover or a plastic cover, and so I decided to use duct tape that I had on hand right there, and I totally covered the front, the spine, and the back with this duct tape. So it's got a really nice sturdy cover to it now, and it covered up. Somebody had put their name on it, and it had some imperfections. I also pulled out of an old spiral notebook a little pocket area. So I put a pocket in the front, and I also put a pocket in the back so that I could store things as I accumulate them. But I wanted to show you how my very first page of this journal, and I'm not calling it a junk journal, I'm calling it like my happy journal, because I'm going to put things in here that make me smile, that make me think, that I've enjoyed in my life, that I want to, as I come across images, put them in here just to bring happy thoughts and memories to me. So I wanted to show you my first page, and I glued with a glue stick, and I use these. They come from Dollar Tree. You can get those anywhere. And I glued two pages together to give it a little more substance. And let me show you how it started. Oh, on the inside here, I cut out an image, and it says "Close to My Heart." And it was kind of a shiny cover image of a book I had, and I peeled it apart so that I got a tacky backing. It's about half as thick as it was, and that's how I glued it to the book. So these are things that are close to my heart. This was what was on top of the little plastic acrylic box right here. It was a My Little Pony. Now you can't see it, it's not picking it up, but it's the actual 3D image. So in my little journal here, I'm seeing it 3D, you're seeing it 1D, and or two-dimensional, whatever it is. But I wanted to put things on this page that made me happy and that I remember. And I remember my daughter loved My Little Pony. So that's right here front and center on this page. I also love bows and flowers, so I tacky glued that there. I also love any kind of flowers, so I tacky glued a little sequin thing. It looks like it's tiger striped or something, but it's an animal print striped, and I put that in the center of this. But those two things are tacky glued. Everything else was glued on with my glue sticks. This is a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. It says, "Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony." I thought that was pretty. A black and white heart. A little daisy. Like I said, I love any kind of flowers, so that's why you're going to see some flowers here. Here's another little flower. And then I love animals, so here's a cat. Here's a dog. And then even though I am well into my years, I still love teddy bears and stuffed animals. So I included one of those here. A little gingham patch right in here. And then the words from my heart, because these are all things that mean something to me. And it's just a way I can reuse and recycle thrifted items. All of these things are from the thrift store. All these images were out of books or calendars or things from the thrift store. And like I said, that My Little Pony was a 3D image that came off of a thrifted item. So yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I'm just starting on it, and I wanted to share in case anyone else wants to start one of these journals. And like I said, I'm not calling mine a junk journal, I'm calling mine a happy journal. And where I put the 2 pages together, you can see it's thicker, and so I can start on the next page as I go through. But yeah, I'm just having fun, and I know a lot of people, they paint their pages, they use ink pads to make the edges look old. I've got a couple of ink pads. I might try that on something. They use a lot of trims. Here's some more ideas that I just pulled up on the internet, and a lot of ways that people do theirs. Some put favorite recipes, family photos. They do it seasonal themes. They put vacation pictures, travel brochures, all kinds of things, you know, that they get flyers in the mail, things that, you know, are of interest to them. They put pictures out of magazines and just things that they like. And I think that's what these journals are meant for. You have the fun of putting them together, but you can also look back on things that meant something to you. They put bits of lace, and they use washi tape a lot. I noticed that. They use colorized images. Some of these black and white images I have, if I get some color, you know, pens or markers, I could color those in myself. That would be pretty too. Yeah, so it's just going to be building on things that interest me and see what I can come up with as time goes by. And I would just have a really nice book that meant something to me. It might not mean anything to anybody else, but it would mean something to me. So I just wanted to share that with you. And again, show you how I covered my composition book with duct tape. And use the real duct tape. I've had other kinds that are not duct tape and they just don't stick. But this duct tape is awesome. And then here again is my, excuse my finger there, is my opening page with the pocket. And here's my first page that I've made with my, My Little Pony in the center and everything else built up around it. So I hope you like, and I would like to see what your pages are. I'm sure they're very interesting, and I know they're from your heart too, just like this one is from mine. Okay, have a great day everyone, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.